One Piece 1044, let's do this. Yeah.
Point 'em out, eeny, meeny, money, mo. I told her I got it on the low. Look, your mama her savage on the low. Hey, told her you gotta let me know. Look, okay, girl, you got it, you can go.
What's going on, my family, friends, life, liberty, love? It's your man Shanime here, and we are about to talk about this 1044 greatness. And when I tell you, Oda was in his bag, chopping up the vegetables, getting some ingredients, and cooking up a recipe for excellence. That's what my man did, because 1044 starts off amazing. Let's get right into it. Luffy starts it off monologuing to himself. Zunisha hears it. Momo has that convo with Yamamoto talking about, oh, what? Luffy's Joy Boy. And you hear the heartbeat, da-dump, ba-da-dump, ba-da-dump. His heartbeat's real specific, so I can memorize and do the whole little specific heartbeat. But you get the point, y'all, right? You hear the heartbeats going off, and then slowly, one by one, you see all the big names starting to hear it. You see Law, you see Kid, you see Sanji wake up. What happened? As if he just came up from a coma of 60 years, shook back to life because he hears the heartbeat of liberation. My man, Luffy Nika, aka Nuffy. That was stupid, Nuffy, don't judge me. Okay, anyways, he hears the heartbeat. Everyone starts to wake up. And Marco's just like, Luffy, you're alive. And everyone is just shocked, as we were. We were like, my boy Luffy, you did your best, but you caught that 3-piece side of biscuits, and Kaido put you to sleep. But Luffy's back at it. And then we have a quick little segment when we go to see the girls saying they're having that conversation at Marriage Watch, talking about, hey, this is crazy. This fruit, specifically this mythical Zoan fruit, is OP. We've never been able to capture it. It was by the name Gum Gum fruit, but we had to change it. It's been constantly eluding us as if it's had a mind of its own, which was curious in and of itself. And I'm like, what is this playing into? This is playing into the theories about how the spirits of the devils who have those powers incarnate into the fruits and they're actively sentient? Or is this just like a metaphor of saying we've never literally been able to grab it, no matter when, at what point it was, or who had it? It's always somehow eluded us, which I'm feeling like that's probably more of the idea. I can't imagine a fruit just juke, maneuver, stiff arm, dodging everybody. It's crazy. But and then that's when they get into the juicy tidbits, when you're seeing silhouettes of Luffy just laughing his ass off, just absolutely enjoying it. And it's just really crazy. It's like, oh, okay, it's coming off super cartoony. Granted, it's a manga, but I'm like, Luffy's really just animated. All right, it's interesting. And then they show the silhouette of him running over the moon, or jumping over the moon, which is interesting already, since there's always a parallel with the moon in One Piece. So I'm just curious what that one meant. Maybe it was just for aesthetics. Either way, I'm here for it. Prego, continue. So he's jumping over the moon, and then they break down the idea of it, and they're just like, yeah, this mythical Zoan fruit, it's actually the human fruit, Nika model, and it gives them the power of the sun god Nika and the elasticity of rubber. This power is probably, not specific words, but like the most broken, ridiculous thing out there. It gives the power and it gives everyone the freedom and the will of liberation. He incarnates the spirit of liberation. He has unbridled freedom. And I'm just like, yeah, that's all cool and all, but like, I'm curious as to what does that mean? It gives him the power of rubber. Like, I'm curious, like, what does Nika's abilities exactly entail that rubber is a part of it? It's the human fruit. So I'm like, what species of human is Nika? Obviously, he has to be something else, right? And maybe this goes back into the whole concept of Emu and the sun god Nika. Maybe they're just from two different planets or something like that. I don't know. I have to do my research again and look into that. It's just, I'm curious. Yeah, not two different planets. I'm tripping. I'm curious just what's up with Nika. Like, what is he? What is that about? Because the rubber ability, I'm like, okay. So it just gives them rubber abilities. Huh. I thought it was going to be something else that comes off of as rubber if you don't know what you're looking for. It has properties rubber-esque, but it's not really rubber. But it's rubber. It's just like, yeah, it's rubber. I'm like, oh, okay. Human fruit that gives you rubber ability. That sounds kind of crazy. Not a paramecia, which is super abilities or even Logia. But I digress. I'm going down the rabbit hole. back to the chapter. So that happens, and Kaido's down there, yeah, I'm Kaido, big bet, flex, flex, flex. And then you see the Conqueror's Hockey sparks going off, going crazy. Forecast warning, Conqueror's Hockey going off at 1,000,000 miles an hour. There's a slow chance of knockouts, KOs in these hands. And so, with all that happening, all the top ballers and shock collars are looking up like, what the frick is going on? And Kaido gets shook. He gets Harlem Shake, Little Bow Wow shook. And then you see the hand of liberation come crashing through the roof, grabbing him, yanks him back up, hit him with that scorpion, get over here. And Kaido's like, okay. Eyes getting jogged behind him like a Looney Tunes cartoon. I was like, oh, okay. And then we see like glimpses of Luffy just going off on Kaido. Oh, and I forgot, this was before, this was after he was, after he had his quick monologue on the roof and was like, oh yeah, I feel like I can keep going. This is my awakening, Gear 5. And I was like, oh my God, Luffy, you're so goddamn cool. Gear 5, with the awakening, I'm just like, it sounds like Super Saiyan Kaioken. It sounds insane OP. So anyways, back to the rooftop now. Luffy's yanked Kaido back up now. Now they're officially mano a mano. Now Luffy's like, I got you. You're mine. Proceeds to hit him with the Looney Tunes, slapping them around with the big hand. Buff Mouse throwing Sylvester over into the corner. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you guys know who I'm talking about. And then he just cracks jokes. He's just laughing his butt off, just dying. And then Kaido's just like, he has that real moment like, oh snap, Luffy, hey, my bad, dog. I didn't want you to go out that way, so I'm really happy you're here. With that being said, Kaido breath flame flare. And I was just like, oh, not even a second to breathe. And Luffy hits him with the Looney Tunes, acting, eyeball stretching out. And I'm like, yo, he's really just goofy right now. Goofy Luffy, I like that. Bars. Yeah. So, yeah, he's just really just goofy, animated, in the spirit, having literal fun. And then he grabs the floor, turns it into rubber, and essentially hits it with the tabletop flip. And he just repels the blast breath right back at Kaido. And then that's when Luffy hits him with the, hey, don't sweat it. Let's start our last fight. And then you see a good long look at Luffy. He's got it's so ironic because Oda made like a drawing of this to like commemorate Street Fighters. And it looks eerily similar to how he had drawn Ken, with the red hair and the flowing kind of flame hair kind of going up. And then he has similar concepts as like Snake Man. Gear 4 minus the size, but Snake Man with the steam, silhouettes and things like that coming around him. But it's more so Luffy's original physique, just lighter. He has the spiral eyes that we see a lot with like Emu. What's my man's name? I'm having a mind fart. Zoro's freaking teacher with the black blade, Mihawk. Jesus Christ, yeah, Mihawk, and they all have those spiral eyes, and he's just smiling ear to ear, and just the gold hair, and it's just like, oh snap, we got Super Saiyan Luffy. That's what we're doing, UI Luffy. But either way, it ends, and I'm just like, oh, I looked at the bottom, and I was waiting for it, and I was like, no break next week. That's what I'm talking about, Oda. Get in that thing. I need this. So we're about to go back next week and see what this Gear 5 Nika awakening is all about. Because you already know I need that. Lick that bowl clean, I need that. With that being said, it's your man Shanime. Life, liberty, love. You guys have been amazing. If you get a chance, like, subscribe, share, and hit that notification bell so you can be updated anytime I upload these amazing videos and do my amazing stuff. With that being said, it's your man Shanime. We gone.
Rocking alone up in the city nights. Yeah. Whipping and dipping, I just need a new way. Call on your phone, girl, I'ma need you right here. Back in my feelings, but it's really too late.